Right, and microphone. Oh, something is audio display is this. What? Okay. Oh, sound alerts. Okay. Right, everything should work. We'll see. So yes, I have another stream and another attempt at sleeves. This time I have self-drafted a pattern from measurements and we have to do some checks because I have no idea if this is actually going to work, but it's another attempt. I freaking hate sleeves. So yes. So what else? So my brain has not been cooperating this week. It's been going on all kinds of side quests. Just to leave it alone. Oh, that yeah, I like that one, Henrik. Yes. Oh, but yeah. So my brain decided to do a lot of side quests and all the things, except for all the things I had to do. So this today I had to like literally force it to go and draw this out and do it the way I think it needs to go, and I did. So and then I got distracted again, and then I was almost late for stream because yeah, brain. To give you an example, I thrifted once. I thrifted two of these kind of marching band hats. Now this one is too big. This is a 57. The 57 and the 55 centimeters, and my hat is a 54 centimeters. So the 55 one at the moment is completely apart. So, Henrik, if you're wondering what I was ripping, this is what I've been taking apart. So, I have an idea what I'm going to do with it. Probably won't stream it. But, yes. So, my brain's decided side quests only. But yeah. We'll get there. Hopefully it will turn on one day and, I get back into normal shifts. But one of those things. So yeah, so literally what I did for this pattern, I based it on a video that I saw. Although it's similar to what my the books that I have on pattern drafting said. So you measure from your shoulder through your elbow to your wrist with the arm bent, because of course that's different than that. Anybody that had a shirt that worked fine this way, but then you did this and suddenly it's wrong. Measure shoulder to where your bicep starts, which is where your armpit is, and then measure from your shoulder to your elbow to there. And then measure the circumference of your bicep, elbow, wrist. And then based on those kind of things, you draw a pattern. And it's supposed to fit. We will find out today. I do have to, so one of the things you have to measure is the top of this part needs to fit, of course, inside the bodice part. So I need to take a measurement of this and the bodice one, because of course if it's a massive difference then it won't fit. So I will need to do that measurement, and I need to make sure I don't measure with the seam allowance. I need to take out the seam length. I know, in principle it's not difficult. The problem is if you're not standard sized, then sometimes standard doesn't work. So all the stuff that you normally do doesn't work. So I know there is 1.5 centimeters of a seam allowance that I added. Because this should be 20 centimeters. Yeah. Perfect. So that is where it should be. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's the point, right? It's just one of those things. It requires math, and as we all know, people always think, "Oh yeah, become an artist," and then people realize that they require math for sewing, and then they're like, "Ah!" So yeah. So, anyways, let's go to this, and I'll show you that. So you can see the pattern here. So that's the line. That's the length of my shoulder to my wrist. That's my wrists plus an inch, because we do need some space to put our hand through. That's the elbow line here, plus 1 inch, and then the shoulder plus 2 inches. The bicep plus 2 inches, because you know you need to be able to flex. And then this is the distance from my shoulder to my bicep, shoulder to elbow, and then there's some sort of measurements from there to there, and then how to do it, because that's half of this line, and this is a point where it's a quarter. There's a quarter here somewhere. So here. Oh yeah, here. There's the point. There's the half point, and there's a quarter point here. And then you have to go up and down and measurements. Also, oh fuck. Oh fuck, I forgot what's front and back. The front one is deeper. So this is the front. And that's the back. Need to remind myself of that. And I need to write down the date, because if I change weight or go on another exercise kick, then I might, body size changes. So, but yeah, hopefully. So what we need to measure is from here, this point, to this point, along this line. And then if you look into the arm socket that I fixed, is that this one? Yes. So I have to measure this distance in here is similar to that. If the arm is seems slightly too big, that's fine, we can gather. But if it's too small, you can't gather this, because that's what fits around my body. Unless I need to up some more of the... So... There we go. It's like, where the fuck is this? So... I could do it with the seam allowance. It's not going to give me that much difference. Okay, so... Because normally what people do is they create patterns without seam allowances and then add the seam allowances where they cut. I'm not good at that, so... Yeah, come here. So the total distance is 53. Okay. Alright, so measure this side first. So that's 21.5. That might look too 49, and I said 53. So that's not too bad. 53 fits in 49. Because I'm pretty sure we can gather a little bit on the top. So that's alright. So let's try this. Let's see. And I keep forgetting I have tea. I did manage to forget to eat. So yeah. At least I fed the cat. You know. Priorities, you know. Okay, so now I have to think. Because I only can use the side that I made. So that means... Well, we can always turn it around once I cut it. That's fine. Just have to make sure that I sew it the right way around. Cutting doesn't matter. There we go. Here's the beginning. Some more cheap cotton from IKEA. Something heavy on here so it doesn't move. Right. So this is the top of the shoulder. It's a little bit easier when you make a single sleeve, single part sleeve than a two parts, because it's just a little bit easier figuring things out. And I need to put a mark there, and I need to put a mark here. So make sure I put those together. Alright, you move there. Stay straight. I mean the fabric, not everybody else. Alright. Okay. think that's it. Okay, okay. I really hope this works, because then next week we can start. Well, because we need to start thinking about the alterations. Oh, that's what. See, I knew I forgot something. I needed to make a close up of the arm, all the weird stuff that's on there. So, but I might go into Miller Notes and do it there, because I know I can edit the pictures easily there. Okay, right. Okay. Anyway, I need to put. Every time I think this, I need to put the bin closer. Right. So this fabric can. There. Right. So. So when I have the sleeve the right way round. Gosh, broke a nail. So this is the front. So if I do it this way. I should be. So, hang on. So, this way around. Is that the front? I need to mark what's the front and the back. What did I say again? Front. Okay. Helps. So this is the front. So then I need to sew it this way around. Then, when I turn it inside out, yes, okay, alright, we got it. Yeah. Yeah, I really need to buy a new one. Both of them are broken now. Broke one, switched with the other one, the one that I don't use so much. And guess what? I broke the other one now as well. Where's my little piece of thread? Alright. And I need to mark. Oh, it's that's the 1.5 cm mark, isn't it? No. About there. Where's my pincushion? Oh, it's hidden. Of course. Right, so. Well, I can go faster because it's a fucking straight line. I mean, still need to make sure that they're on there correctly. Right. Yoink. Oh, itchy nut. So, god damn it. Maybe it's this room. Because I don't sneeze. Well, no, I do sneeze in the other room as well. Ah, stop it. So, let's turn it inside out. Whee! Ah. Right. Now, to make sure. No! Have I done it the wrong way around? Oh. Huh. I've done it the wrong way around, haven't I? Yes, I did the wrong way around. Excellent! Oh well. Guess what? Taking it away. Taking it apart and do it the other way around, because... I'm an idiot. Well, and we taken seams apart because we are idiots. Right. Drink. Had the right idea and the wrong execution. Oh well. I really do not want to add hay fever to the list of shit that I'm getting since I've gotten old. Stop that shit. Right. Oh, come on, get in. Okay. All right, try that again. This goes wrong again, I'm gonna be pissed off. Right. Meow. Right, let's go. We. Okay, there we go. Are you the right side, the right way around now? Front. Front. Yes, now it's good. Okay. At least it's easy to line up the what I'm seeing. And then the top is there. And the top is there. Okay, on the seam line, thank you. And this is why you press your seams, then your seams are going the right way. Now, let's try and fit this. Well, that lines up. That's so far so good. You line up here. Any stretching needs to be in this area. Huh. Might not need any stretching. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. Okay. Not much though. That's not too bad. I'll have to. Okay. And go the other side. That lines up as well. I'm not going to jinx it. I'm not going to say anything, but. Yeah, there's a little bit of a. I'll make it in the back. A little bit of a gather. Wow! Surprisingly, it right, come on, go underneath. About a centimetre and a half is about there. Let's reduce you a little bit. Okay, okay. Yeah. Oh, the pins. Well, moment of truth. It looks okay. Right, give me a sec. I'll just try it on because I'm wearing a t-shirt that's a bit too big. 1 second. If I can see what the fuck I'm doing. It would help. You can also use exclamation mark and mic because this happens. So yeah. That. Because I kept forgetting it sometimes. Or I have times where I have accidentally hit it and turned it off. Because it tags me, so it's obvious as well. But look. I can move my arm. I have space. Hi, Negatron. Look, I have a sleeve that works. I can lift my arm. After all the mess that I've been doing, I have one that works. And it's long enough, because now I can bend my arms and not feel like my sleeve is somewhere over here. So... But I also realized that this is too high. So I need to make that change. So it needs to sit, hang on, about there. Make a mark. I need a marker. I need a marker. Right, mark made. Alright, I'll be 2 seconds so I can just change out of this for a sec. See? That's why I have that command, because I'm an idiot on a regular basis. Anyways. Right. I know. Yeah, yes. Anyways. So now that the sleeve works, ooh. Yeah. Did everything with the move go alright as well? You're all set up. I've seen your stream, so I assume everything's set up now. So. I can still do that, but from that point. That looks the same though. No, it's not. That's... Might even have to be... Right. Because where's the... That's the seam. Okay. Maybe there. Then... Actually, can I just make it straight? Then I just have a little butt flap, like a tiny little bit. Yes, I think that is actually nicer. Where's my long one? From here, just straight. And I just have to make sure that the armor that goes over it is bigger, slightly longer than that. So plus seam. It still has a little tiny bit of a butt flap. That's fun. Well, it's not a butt flap now anymore because it's so short. It's on my back. Back flap. Anyways. Okay. There's the side seam. There's the side seam. Okay. Trying to put this straight is a pain. Come on. Get straight. Because I made so many alterations on one side already. So that's the right. So where's that mark that I made? There. So it's almost like it needs to go like straight from there. Yeah, similar sort of vibe. Whee! That way. So what did I say here? Crank. Yep, I think that's the way. Right. Next thing we need to figure out. We'll have to go to Milanote for that. Let me open that up. Boink. That one. Can I now click on this? Come on. Right. Oh. Is it this one? Nope. That. There we go. That worked. Oh, fine. Perfect. So. I really need to delete some of the old scenes that don't work anymore. So, we make... This is what I like about Milanote. So, make a copy. Drag it... Oh. Paste. Right, so go down a little bit where I have all the sleeve stuff. Oh, there. Yoink. Right, here's all the sleeve stuff. Right, and caption, delete, and I can, oh yeah, here, edit image. Here we go. Right, there we go. Making sure you can see it. Right, it's a little bit dark, but yeah, that's the image. So on the sleeve here, there's this, and here as well, just above the elbow. There are these kind of, it feels like different piece of fabric is in there. It's like they gathered another piece of fabric. Because all these lines I'll probably do with the sutage braiding. But this is not. It's inside the sleeve. Now I know it's a bit difficult because we have no idea what he used. Because you can see, like here, the rough. He used some image from somewhere. And some of it is drawn, some of them is just added and then drawn over it. So how to do that and there? I'm wondering. The options. It does look like it's something that's set in. Because first what I was thinking is just to slash the fabric to make these little slashes. And then have something fabric from underneath go through, because that's kind of what it looks like in the medieval periods, in the camisons. Or I can just say, let's not. I do want the one above. No, I just. My brain fights the perfectionism. As in, my brain wants the perfectionism. Me, I'm like, do we have to? And there's also something here that looks to be parts. Now, Gambison. No, that's what I thought. So So one of the things that he may have seen and interpreted differently. So a medieval cambison is in parts. So you have like a vest, and then if you want to have sleeves, what you actually... Oh, I didn't realize it actually does everything I'm doing. All right. Yes. So actually, it's good to show. This thing here is actually a connector. So they literally... That one might show it a little bit better. They literally put the sleeve on and then use leather and there's rings around and then leather to literally just sew in the sleeve. So you can have it without, you can have it with. And what you often get when you see that is you get this little line here. See, same here. So you got the arms. No, I didn't want to do that. Damn it. No. So you got the arms here where the sleeve is attached. And apparently you got something here on the elbow where it attaches the sleeve again. So that's kind of how the medieval gambesons worked. Now, why you use that in an artillery wedge, Victorian wise, I don't know. But that's kind of what I'm thinking is what he's used as an inspiration. But this is kind of how, because here you've got them, because this is underneath your metal armor. You wear gambesons underneath metal armor. You don't walk around like this normally. You wear that underneath the metal armor, that if you are doing anything and you get hit on your metal armor, it doesn't hurt you because it's padded. But yeah, you've got, here is the attachment for the shoulder and there is the attachment for the rest of the arm. So you could choose what to wear underneath. Can't find my bait back. So well, whether that's been the inspiration for this, I don't know. Sometimes. I wish my brain would stop doing these kind of things and just keep it simple. Oh, this song. I'm a dog and I like socks. Well, life in a nutshell. They also do the booby song, which makes me giggle insanely. So how am I wanting to represent this? Brain. Wish I could pick someone's brain about this. So how am I going to... Because in principle, what you can do is like cut sleeve and put a slightly longer bit in. I just give that a try and see how it looks. Let's try that. Let's get a piece. Nope. Old sleeve. No, that's too small. I kind of didn't expect this sleeve to fit in one go. But it's good, but good surprises. Right. Right, okay. Okay, not the straightest of cuts, but it works. Okay, and now I need a slightly longer piece, so maybe that one? That's actually quite straight. That's surprising. Okay, so how do I put this in here? Let's make a long gutter stitch. Oh, shouldn't have gone backwards, damn it. Right, now I have to gather it so this becomes the same size as the bottom one. Okay, put my foot on the stool so I don't get pain in my feet. Okay, which one do I have to pull? Yes, I know I should do 2 rows, but I'm lazy. God damn it. This might take a little while. Whee! Ruffles, ruffles. And this is why I don't make dresses usually, because ruffles are a pain to do. I mean, they're ruffle feet. There are sewing feet you can use that makes ruffles. I mean, I don't have one, so. Right, come on. Am I there yet? No! I need to move these all down a little bit. Come on, go down. Okay. Still need to go some distance. Come on. Oh, this is such a pain. Right. Slowly getting there. Are we there yet? Oh, very close. Then we have to divide the ruffles. Normally by now the thread would have broken, but you know, I'm glad it hasn't. Have I jinxed myself? I don't know. We'll find out. Yoink. Let's divide the ruffles a little. So I do think this might work. I have to do it on the other side as well, don't I? Oh, god damn it. Oh, come on. Come on. I need you all to spread out a little bit. Come on. Right. Would that work? Kinda. Let's try that. Come on, spread out a little. Okay. Come on, get in there. Right, let's try this. Oop, that's not that way. Oh, that would cause issues. I should do it slower, but I get more neat, but it's a trial. Right, let's see if that may potentially make that look. I might have to do the other side to be an absolute 100% sure of it. See, that might work. Huh. Did I just literally guess the dimensions and it worked? Because in principle, can I do this without having to ruffle again? No, that's not gonna work. Right, let's try this again. Do you think it may be needed to be a little bit smaller, a little bit thinner, but maybe this is a good size for the shoulder, because the shoulder looks to be a little bit bigger. Right. Oh, the vegan ruffles! Come on. Move down. Maybe it's easier because the other side is ruffled already, so that'll give me a good idea. Actually, once this is sewn in, it probably is the right size for the elbow. Getting there. To the end. Okay. I think it was easier because the other side was ruffled already. Right, let's try that. So many freaking about size. Yeah, about. I mean, for me, sewing, I've been sewing for a long time now. Because it was something that my mom taught me. And this is the wrong way around, isn't it? Yes, it is the wrong way around. So, yes, this is the way. This is the way. I think you can start with small stuff. I mean, that's kind of how I started, with just literally getting it. I took a t-shirt apart that I liked, but didn't like the fabric of. At least that's what my mum told me to do. And then literally made a pattern from that. Got some fabric I liked, and I made a top out of that. But patterning is something completely different. So don't think you worry at the beginning. So I actually, this sleeve pattern, I drew that out based on my own measurements. So this is the length of my arm to my wrist. This is the length from my shoulder to my wrist, shoulder to my bicep, shoulder to my elbow. This is the width of my bicep plus 2 inches, because I know you work in inches. And this is the elbow. This is the circumference plus 1 inch, and the wrist circumference plus 1 inch. And then there's some other mathematical things that go on here. But that's in principle the basis. And that same goes. Now, it's slightly easier making patterns for men than it is for women. Women are a lot more curvier, and it's an absolute fucking pain. But yeah. It doesn't have to be precise, because this is just a test. I mean, my foam work was, when I started this costume, well, at least when I started the Sisters of Battle, I had no experience in foam work at all. Okay, not that slow. It's not perfectly precise, but this is just a test to see if this would work the way my brain decided that possibly would work. Oh fuck, I was like, why is this? Because there's a pin and I didn't see it. Something like that, I think. Don't look at all the threads and all the things. But I do think that works. I do think, because this will be, of course, ironed, so it's be nice and neat, and top stitched probably. So let's cut all these off. Okay. So, what do we think? Does that work? I think that might work. Oh, can't see that there, of course. Can you see it in that one? No, because it's fucking horrendous. But I do think that works. I think that looks exactly like the image. That is fucking... I know how I just literally, my brain went like try something like this. Because if you look at... Sorry, my sewing machine is in the way. If you look at this... Can I enlarge that even more? Or can I draw on it? Yeah. Thin lines. If you here, that section, and then here is a bigger section that has this kind of... So I think width-wise, this might be the shoulder size. And then for the... Or maybe slightly bit bigger, but for the elbow size it needs to be a tiny bit smaller, like that. I think that is the solution. So this size needs to go on the shoulder, and then something like that size for above the elbow. Make a mark so I can measure. Did that work? Yeah. So, there's an ad. Nope. Make sure I put the pins in the pin cushion, otherwise the cat will get it. So, this needs to go literally here. Or maybe give it a centimetre or so. So let's draw some lines when everybody's back. So that's the bicep line. So let's give it 2 centimeters from there. That's here. Okay, so how wide is this? 3.5 centimeters. Might need to start making a few different colored lines so that I know what they all mean. See, 3.5, didn't I? So 1, 2, 3.5. So this needs to be removed in principle. Let's put the date something. Artillery witch. Shirt. Sleeve. Oh! Do not enough views. So this needs to be removed. So I need one strip, and it needs to be, how many centimeters did I do it at the edge? Pretty sure it was half centimeter. That's inches, that doesn't help. No, it's a centimeter. So one strip, so it needs to be 5.5 centimeters wide, and it needs to be longer than this, but how much longer? And I have to make sure that when I do sew them together that the lines measure it. That's terrible. I didn't measure how much I cut, did I? Damn it. I mean, this is 15.5, so 31 plus 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters, so 31, 33. Let's see how long of a strip did I cut out. Okay. It gives me a bit of a, took the end of 60. So twice the length. Kinda. Okay. So I know that's 40. So 80 centimeters. So 83, because I need seam allowance, centimeter and a half. Okay, right. So it's there, isn't it? This is very, very scientific. Damn it. Come here. About 24. That doesn't make sense. That's my elbow. Why not measure from there to there? It sits. God damn it. There. I have my measurements here, don't I? Do I? Do I not? Thought I did. Probably not. Oh well. Okay, and we wanted set 3.5 centimeters compared to no, this was 3.5 centimeters. How wide was the mark I made? Make it 1.5 centimeters. So 1.5 centimeters. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't measure. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's not. That's 40. This might not be 40. So this is. Yeah. Be fine. Because whatever is too long, I can cut off. And a line here. And that, remove that. So I need one strip. And so this is 1.5 centimeters, so 2.5 centimeters wide. And I have a feeling I was going to skip this. Oh no, this is fine. So I need. So this is what? $37.5 minus 3 centimeters is 34.5. 34, 68. I can't count anymore. 69 plus 3 is 72. Okay. That's pretty much figured out now. So that you guys can see it on the fucking screen. So this sleeve's going to be many parts. So that will be removed. And then that's the shoulder one. And then I'll put a strip in here. So that's just the green one. I wrote down there. And this is this one. The neighborhood. Who you gonna go? So that's pretty much what we need to do. Now the only thing what we need to do is that on this sleeve, or is it on the other sleeve? Do I have the sleeve here? I'll probably put it in the box. So there's to attach braiding. So the braiding that's gonna be on the sleeve, it's gonna be that's the wrist. So I need to go. So there's a line above it, so that's the wrong line that I did there. So, because I have to do that when there's two lines next to each other. Because I have to put that, so I did this one. This is where this the end of the sleeve. This is where the wrist is. So there's two lines, if I remember correctly. Yep, and then there is two lines running here. So that's the front of the jacket. So this is the front. Excuse me. So this is the middle line, that's the middle line. So maybe in the middle of that. So let me think. So the middle of this is 10 centimeters, isn't it? Yes. And now it's not going to be straight on this line. So the wrist is, what's the wrist? 10, so that's 5. Actually, I should measure it there, shouldn't I? A tiny bit there. So there's two parallel lines, so there's 1 centimeter on that side and 1 centimeter on the other side. So 1 centimeter. I love these rulers. Oh. One there. Oh no, half a centimeter. God damn it! Because they're centimeter apart, so they need to be half centimeter from. Oh, brain. Sometimes. Oh. Oh! If I get the inane giggles, I have to apologize. This song is freaking hilarious. Hang on. Don't know if that became louder for you guys as well, or should I? Yes. I mean, is he wrong? Can this be misinterpreted? Of course. Cause boobs. Anybody watching my YouTube has no idea what I'm talking about and what I'm giggling about because the music is not recorded on the stream for YouTube. So anybody that know what the fuck I am giggling about, look up "Because Boobs" by Psycho Stick, and you'll understand why I'm giggling. It's freaking funny. Right. So these two lines and these two lines are the soutage braiding. Now, yeah, that's quite close to it. Okay, so let me see if I can find the other sleeve that I was already drawing on. So this is kind of the design that I think is what's on the sleeve. So but with these two lines nearby, might have to be a little bit smaller or skinnier. So they are quite close. There's something else there. I think that may just be So How high does it go? God damn it. So 1, 2, 3. So this is the elbow here. She has really, really long arms as well, so it's a bit odd. Actually, where's the sleeve here? I need to make a point where my point might. Give me a better idea. Okay, so this elbow line is not correct. So I must So I need to change this part because this is where my elbow is. Hang on, I need to move you there. So this is the elbow line. Yeah, she's got freakishly long arms. I might have to draw this again. And maybe reduce the distance from that to that. So maybe go here. Maybe reduce the thickness. I don't think it needs to be that thick. Okay, so yeah, I'll just reduce it. So otherwise, nothing fits. Yeah, take a centimetre off, so and move. So I need to draw out this again. Damn it. So move it up 1 centimetre and reduce it with 1 centimetre. Okay, so you go here. Turn. Yeah, and pretty much the elbow is where this line is. Not this line. So there's some changes to be made. Right, here you go. Why did I draw with pencil and not with not draw with pencil? Why am I doing it with something that's flexible if I have a long one? So that, why is that so? That's so odd. Maybe instead of... Don't want to put the whole shirt on again. Ugh. Yeah, that's pretty much. I'll put it, yeah. That's where my elbow is. And I need it to be above that, so... Actually, let's make a mark where I want that to be. Unless... So I need it to be... That is... So... Here is my elbow. Okay. I need it to sit there. Right. So where's that on the pattern? E. There. That's where you're going to sit. Okay. So this is where that other strip's gonna sit. I will have to redraw this so that it's a bit more clear where they all have to go. Because this one is going to move to here, and then 1, 2.5, and be there. Right. Okay. That makes a bit more sense now. So this is where the elbow is. Okay. So that's 7. So probably till about here. Something like that. So, does that match what I drew here? Yeah, kinda. I need to make it a little bit skinnier. Okay. So okay. Think about there, and then second line inside. Like there, and then the little square. Can't draw to save my life. I'll have to draw this out properly and, you know, give it. I think it's a little bit thinner, but if you think about go in there and then something like that. So what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. think something like this. Something in that area. That's kind of what we're going with. It's not perfectly drawn out. This one is better drawn, but or maybe start it from here. It's a bit fatter. That might look better. But that's kind of the design that's on there, like, because the way. So soutache braiding is made officially in one go. So it's like you don't stop. You have a one single piece. So these little rape things at the bottom. So you go up, go to the middle one, go to the side one, and then go over and go back, and then go out. That's how they're designed. And it's supposed to be able to then go all the way from there. Up, circle, 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 go up, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, all the way up there, and then down, and that should be in one swoop. I wonder if we should make it this going in here, but maybe not. But it's something like that. Well, it looks awful now, but that's because it's not braided on and it's horribly drawn because I can't draw to save my life. But that's something that we need to... Pretty sure that's kind of how it's designed. Yeah. Pretty sure of it. Well... That's the sleeve in principle. Like, I need to redraw this where everything is properly because, yes, I've changed my mind a few times. And, you know, the soutache braiding, I need to draw on a piece of carbon paper so that I can put it on. So yeah, I need to redo this. And then move this strip there, move this strip here, and just literally cut them into pieces and just mark everything. So it's like sleeve 1, sleeve 2, sleeve 3. I have to make registration marks everywhere. And then, of course, I have to get the soutache braiding, so because you have to put all these markings on the lines and the one on the wrist before we put the sleeve together. Oh, question. Does it go through these? No, does it stop? No, it stops. Okay. Okay. So it's this. They stop here, and there, and there, and there. Now I might not do the last bits because that's a tiny bit. I'll still probably do, but... So yeah, shit. This has gone fast, and knowing how much of frustration sleeves and in general are, I'm not used to being done so quickly. Besides actually redrawing this, I might have time for that. Let's do that, and then we can continue. So I need my big drawer. Right, we're done with that. Now the question is, where did I put the paper? Oh yeah, of course. Well, I can't reach. Right, so okay. Where's my normal scissors? They're not on their hooks. Oh well. Right. Actually, I can see quite well through it, so I can draw out everything. Okay. Let's make the seam allowance clear. Yeah. Damn it. Come on. Did it move? I have an idea. Just stick it to the fucking table. So, you can't move anymore. Right. Okay. See? Accidentally. Almost muted my mic. It's just I noticed that the light went off. Yeah. Right, so put those lines in that we're going to cut out. Oh, it's not straight. Right. Okay. Uh, 1 centimeter down, so where's my other? I can do that without the thing underneath, don't I? Good. Okay. Right. Okay. Should have used a other color. And maybe use straight scissor, but you know. Okay. Right, so I need to put the middle line in. Because I didn't put it up. We're just redrawing the pattern. So that we can remove the mistakes we made. And show the line. Okay. So we can remove this from the table. Right. So I've just redrawn it because so the orange line, this wriggly thing, is where we have the elbow thing, what I just created. That one, a lot smaller though, as you can see, it's a lot thinner. And I wrote down I need 2.5 centimeters wide and 72 centimeters long. Okay. Got the green. Now the green is 1 centimeter away from this line. And it's 2.5 centimeters long, so that's 3.5 centimeters. Can't see on this line. So is it easier maybe to grab the 2.5 centimeters from there? This is the line I want you on, so that's 1, 2.5, yes, okay. And line there. Gia, good evening. How you doing, my love? And that's the green line. And this one was going to be changed to 4.5 centimeters wide and 83 centimeters long. Oh my god. I'm sorry to hear that. But at least, you know, as long as they were good days, that even though they're draining and long and busy, they were still good days. We figured out the sleeve, mostly. And then red is braid. So and to there. Isn't not 1 centimeter, 6 centimeter. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, leave it. Fine. It's fine. So, I drew a pattern from my measurements. And surprisingly, it worked. It's actually a sleeve, and I can actually, if I hold it, I can actually move my arm. So, didn't expect it to work. So we decided to work on the weird things that are on her sleeve. There's one near her shoulder, one near her elbow. So I just theorized that this could be different things, and I just think it's something that was based upon a cabochon where sleeves and shoulders are set in. So you literally have where the shoulder sits, there's just holes, and then you've got the sleeve, and then they just tie the sleeve on, and they've got the same thing with the elbow part. So I was like, how can I make something that looks like what's on the image? And I theorized if I can just get a longer strip and just ruffle it a bit and then put it in, it might look the same. And I think that is pretty much what it looks like. Okay, I have to measure up and put the lines in together properly, but yeah. So this is quite wide. For the shoulder, it's going to be 2.5 centimeters. So it's going to be like that wide. Can never get this right. Oh yeah, here we go. And then for the elbow part, it's going to be this small. And it will work. it should work. So I kind of just calculated that this strip was about 60 centimeters. This is about 30 centimeters. So I need something twice as long. It doesn't matter. It can be too long. You guys, we're just making it look like it's right. So I've drawn out on the pattern where we need to, so literally just cutting this part out. And then I have to add seam allowance again on those areas. And how long and wide the strips needs to be. And then we can, when we get to the point that we're going to do the sleeve, we can do all that. And also, of course, we have the braiding that's on there. So there's a line that runs on the inside of our arm and around the wrist. And then it's got the thing that we drew last time. That sort of design in here. Actually, that fits, doesn't it? This size. I might be a little bit higher though. We will figure out something. I mean, this needs to be drawn anyway properly. But all the braiding needs to be put on the sleeve before I put the sleeve together. So same with everything on, you know. I think the only thing that I don't need to worry about is the skirt. So, but it works. We've got a sleeve. So I need to think what I've got to do next time. But yeah, quite happy with that. Well, next week what we could do probably is, because now we've got the sleeve, we need to take the bodice apart. Because another thing I noticed is that I cut it too high. This is too high. So we made a new mark where it's going to be. But now I have to transfer all those changes onto a pad of paper. So that, you know, and I drew back as well. So we know now what kind of, this one's going to go together, so that's going to go there. What I need to do, and then we need to take all those pieces and make pattern pieces out of them. Because this side has the armhole size done, this side I need to do the bottom bit, so we just need the puzzle pieces stacked together. So then when that's done, since I can't, I could put the bodice together, just I can't put the sleeves together. Because we need to put the collar on as well, so we need to look at that as well. And we need to find buttons. So yeah. So yeah, we need to make this, all the adjustments that we've made to the sleeve. So we made adjustments to this piece. We made adjustments to this piece. I don't think we made adjustments to this and that, but we need to make changes that are on the bottom. And then we have all the pattern pieces to make the bodice or jacket blouse type thing. And then we can start really looking into how I'm going to do the soutache braiding, because we need to do some tests. I do have a couple of different options. So I have to have a look and think how I'm going to do it. Because it's difficult to get the right braiding. So, but yeah, so that's probably what we're going to do next week. Take this apart, put all the changes onto the pattern pieces, and so that we have a full pattern, so we can actually do something with that. And we need to figure out the color and the buttons, how many buttons, where they're going to go, and all that sort of stuff. So, but again, we can put that as soon as we have the pieces. We can do that on the pattern, and then we're done. I mean, I have the pattern for the skirt already, except for the waistband. I may need to make one change, a test to the cape. Got the long part, and the short part was too short, so I've made a change. I just haven't cut it out in fabric, in mock-up, and make sure that fits it. So those shouldn't be too difficult to get together. So we have the shoes still to do. And the big ruffle. I need to figure out how much fabric I need. So I might have to make a piece, a mock-up, and have a look at how much fabric I'm going to need, because all those loops, it's quite tightly made. It can easily be, you know, a 5, 6, 7 meters worth of fabric that I need. And I need to think, how am I going to do this without it being like... Because the problem you have is, because it's like going like this, there is no inside and outside. So you can't really... So I have some horsehair braid. And I can have a look into stiffening, so starch. But I need to think about what kind of lace I want to do. I need to make the area that's around my neck, so how wide I want to make it. So there's other things. There's enough for us still to do. But it shouldn't take... The shoes probably take a little longer, because I need to glue them onto the base shoes that I have. But yeah. We've got plans. We have an idea what we need to do. So that's good. That's good. So so I have a good idea what we need to do now. I'm sorry that you were so busy that you can come, and I'm raiding out now, but yeah, I do have to go to bed and sort myself out. So let's have a look. Okay. Nobody that I follow. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time trying to find someone to raid in if I can't find someone quickly. Because it's one of those things. It's late in Europe. It's... trying to look... midday in America. And it's probably very, let me think, the other way around, isn't it? Early in the Oceania time zone type place. So... bit of a weird time. No. So all the people I'm following are playing games, not crafting. They're all crafters. Or most of them are crafters, but they're not like... We could raid into the Twitch stream. I don't think that's going to be any interesting thing. They probably have any raids off. So yeah. So I have a feeling that this is going to be a good night and no raid. Because there's lots of people there, but nothing cosplay-ish. Or at least not in English. No, I give up. I can't be asked going through it all. Yeah, I know, but it's like I don't follow them, so I don't have any, and that means I have to be social for a little bit. So I was like, So I am going to. I know I always feel like really bad to raid and run, especially if it's not someone I don't know. So, but it's just one of those things. My brain, and I said this at the beginning of the stream, my brain has been on side quests. It's not been like I've been trying to. The fact that I got this sleeve drawn out today is a miracle because my brain was on side quests. It's been on side quests all week. I have so many things I need to do in real life, in real stuff, and it's just I can't get anything done. I'm just one of those times when my brain just is not cooperating. So, but it's hopefully it I'll kick myself out of it soon. I also like one of the things I really really need to get myself back into is I need to start exercising again because my fitness has gone down the drains. I don't care about body. I just care about the fact that at my age I need to keep up my fitness because that is the key to long life and painless life. I've learned. So yes, I'm going to say goodnight to everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for those who've been lurking in the background. I see you. I hope you all have a good rest of the week. I will see you on Saturday if you're here. Yeah, I just need to be active again. It's not necessarily. I mean, same weight. It's just I'm noticing that my fitness has gone down. Yeah, same. Since COVID, I have not been really. No, I've had some issues with my shoulders. So, but since COVID, I've been really inactive, and I sit down for my job. I sit down to play video games. I need to get my ass off the couch. No, not even sitting on the couch. I'm sitting on my computer chair. That's it. That's all I do. So yeah. So I will see you on Saturday at 4 p.m. my time, 3 p.m. UK time. And we'll continue with the gloves. I have had no success trying to find 20mm big dome rivet studs, so we might have to turn to the foam clay balls. So yeah, that means that we're going to just continue sewing, finish them off, and then the foam clay balls can go on afterwards. So we will have a look. I've not. They're none that big out there. They're all smaller. So. And I've been sanding my chain sword still, all the bits and pieces that need sanding to try and get it as smooth as possible and start painting it. So, yeah. Anyways, I will see you on Saturday, 4 p.m. my time, and have a good time. And as always,